Right, so what happened last time is that I messed up, I got overconfident, I died a couple of times on the way to Liara, but now we are here and we find out that she needs to be rescued. So let's see what we can do, I guess. I'm guessing that's going to be important. And onwards we go. I hear get. Let's just go down. See then. There we go. Is that it? Ah! No reload. Why do I keep making this mistake? Let's explore everything before we enter this code, because jamming means... Ow. Means exactly that.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
That's what you think, Garrus. Loot. Let's hunt for loot. Loot. Loot, loot, loot. Loot. No, jumping is not for this game. I keep forgetting, like, what is done in which game. But, anyways. Oh, hello, you. No, don't. Manual. Da, 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 and onwards. Take all. In here? Yes, thank you. Up, 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 and onwards. Let's give me that Banshee. Nice, good stuff. So I guess now we go there. Mining. That's... yeah, better safe than sorry. Hup. Bottom, bottom, right, bottom, bottom, right, upper, bottom, bottom, right, bottom, bottom, right, there, yes! It's a bit of an obnoxious thing, but we got in. Open. I will open you. Please some. Okay, you're following. So where's our elevator music? Hello, Liara.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Please have it actually shut down the containment field. Not very graceful, are you, Liara?
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on!
You mean the one we took to get up here?
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Probably.
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know...
No time for not knowing. We have...
that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Oops. I didn't do it. Well,
We
I
have
did,
to
but...
hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Really?
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Rex. Can I? No. Nobody talks. Nobody says a word. There we go. Well, they're get, so we should probably take out...
Brenda, or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it?
I love
Thanks for
Kogan.
getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
No, she's ours.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Up. And wait. What? Can't I? Come on. Where's the last one? Hello, you. Ah! What? No! Please tell me this is saved. Please tell me there was an autosave before this battle.
I still cannot...
Saren's looking for the conduit.
The
Skip,
conduit.
skip,
hell was that?
skip.
We have to hurry.
Skip.
The whole...
Well, that's pretty close, at least. I should really remember to save more. But it was a bit annoying that my friends didn't automatically attack. Can we skip? Skippy skip. You've seen this bit. I know.
Brenda, or don't. That would be more fun.
Okay.
In case you...
Yes.
Whatever it is you want.
Kill.
Oops, that's my friend. Ow. Can people kill? Jumped. Is he there? Is he the only one left? Barrier. Okay, everybody's... Oh, I need to remember to do it. Wait. This is relevant. There we go. There we go. There we go. Out. Run for your life. And I like how stuff is just clipping through. Ah, Mass Effect. Always nice. Run. At that point, I should probably just jump down. Oh, okay, fine.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors,
Oh, shut up,
melt our
Joker.
hull. Just for future
Stop being a
reference.
pussy.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
He did save us.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
So,
Damn. I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
yeah.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
A scholar is not
With
going
all
to
due
take...
respect,
Yeah, exactly.
Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of
That is
clues.
exactly what
But
happened.
here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It
My neck is so damn
difficult
weird.
to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Tell me more about this.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive.
What?
The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
I got
They
this.
were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare.
And we did.
No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk.
Almost.
But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
I am.
This
Admire
isn't helping
me.
us find Saren, or the conduit.
What?
Of
Caden,
course,
please.
you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
You can still help, though.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Are we
Thank you,
kidnapping her?
Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
We're not really giving her a
And her
choice, are
biotics
we?
will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to
Okay.
have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Yeah.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Okay, so
Mission
this
reports are
is...
filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the council?
Yes, let's do it.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
They were.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Oh.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Yes.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
So now they're suddenly on my side. Fuck these people. Codex. Let's go talk to everyone, since now we have
Yes, Commander?
investigate.
Speak freely, Presley.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong
How
here,
did you end up
I
beside
signed
me?
up.
No,
Of
we've
course, the
seen
only
this.
reason the colony...
Carry on,
Yes,
Presley.
ma'am.
Oops. All the experience. Alright, we've leveled up. So, Spectre training and combat armor. Like next level. I can increase. Ooh. Soldier, health regen. Yeah, this is going well though. Like, increase. Nice. Can I do that for, or can I only, no, I can only do that, talk to Joker, anything else I can
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
Trust me, I have experience with
That's
this.
a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
What?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. Val,
Yeah.
the Normandy's probably too much ship for your average alliance.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Okay. So we will have a small conversation with him every time in beginning, but it seems that in general there's nothing really. So let's go down here. Let's see if Dr. Chakwas has anything to say. Oh. Was there anything in here? Liara's here. Okay, good. Let's talk to her. No, I don't want to sleep with you. Stop with the dramatic walk-ups.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Because Chakwas is
You're in
amazing.
good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me.
I will come.
But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren.
Don't
I
worry.
promise.
We got this.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Blah, blah.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Yeah.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must get lonely, I think, is leading towards romance, so I'm just going to ask if she likes it. Because, like, the problem in Mass Effect 1 and romance is that you kind of stumble on it. Like, you're just talking and being nice, and suddenly you're like in a relationship with them, and you have a sex scene, and you're just go like, I did not intend for that to happen. That's what happened the first time I played the game, like the very first time. Suddenly I don't even remember who it was, but it was either Caden or Liara, and I was like, but no.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I
It
never
was a
meant to
joke.
offend you, Shepard.
It was a joke.
I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and
No
computers.
comment.
I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Yeah, we will find out eventually what changed. Let's ask about Asari culture.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation
So
in
basically they're
galactic
obnoxious
disputes.
as fuck.
My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
What?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Okay.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You can, like, obviously you can do that because, yeah, but...
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species.
Okay.
Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is
That's
possible
different.
Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Maybe something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure.
Yeah.
Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
How does that work?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them.
That's pretty
and
good,
even
though.
after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Okay. Goodbye
I
then.
should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
I learned a lot there. Shakwa?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Nothing interesting here. Then Shepard's locker. Was there anything here? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting if I've done. Yeah. So I just gotta go talk to Caden, ask him what he feels about what's happened today. No game, I also don't want to sleep with Caden. I'm not sleeping with anyone this game.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here.
What?
This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading.
Yeah.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you.
It's nature.
It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Yeah.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training.
Brain camp is a little shorter.
For the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here.
Oh right, I avoided talking to
Sorry
Caden before.
if we got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Yeah.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics. A little after the discovery of the Martian ruins.
So that was purely
It was
accidental.
iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump
that?
Zero is Gagarin Station, right?
Oh, it's
What's it
Gagarin
like?
Station, okay.
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much
Not
to do
after
with it.
lights
It was
out?
a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
What? Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games.
That's
There
fun.
was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful. But not stuck up about it.
Sounds like you had a crush?
Like you, I guess.
Oh.
Ma'am.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training.
No.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals.
I guess it's true.
No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Yeah, I see your point. Well,
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids.
it always does.
Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
Yeah, don't worry,
I wanted to get to know you a little better. That's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, You're welcome, ma'am. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, I don't.
Yeah, actually,
Talk
yes,
again
I
later.
do.
I'll,
Crap,
I'll
I'm going to
need
have to
some
kill him
time
off.
to process that, Commander.
Because of accidental
Yeah.
romance.
I'd like that. Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have
Okay,
time
and
for
tactical
personal
appraisal?
briefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Do you?
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
Later, Kate.
God damn it, Kate,
I'd
and I'm
like
going to have
that.
to kill you. Oh well. This is it? Oh. I don't think I will kill him. I'll just be like, no, I don't want to sleep with you. Because I think that Ashley... I think I will kill off racist Ashley. Because she is pretty damn racist. Let's go in there first. Let's talk to Tali. Huh. Or let's talk to Engineer
Hey,
Adams.
Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do.
Cool.
She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander. But I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up. Unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Ouch. That doesn't sound pleasant though.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Okay.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare.
Okay, fair enough.
Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
That's always good. No competition. First, let's ask.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed.
Normandy.
She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's that?
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, let's ask about him then.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Okay, we're done.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Can I look at more stuff? Nope. Tally it is.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard.
I know, right?
I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
Tetris. We played Tetris.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
To be fair.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
Well, nice.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource.
So it's not even
But
occupational
we don't have
hazard, it's
anything
just
like this. We make
racial hazard?
and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can.
Species
Some of
hazard?
the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from
Ooh.
the Geth.
That's old.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Okay, cool.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Okay.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Okay.
In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
What's that?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency.
But only emergency, right?
To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty. And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Okay.
It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
That's pretty interesting, though.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally
Really?
created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Yeah.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Okay.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
This is pretty interesting, though.
Each Geth
Like, I already
maintains
know
an
this, but it's still
individual awareness and
interesting.
identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I do get it. But I think if I say I don't get it, then I will get more information.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Yeah. Well, we can understand why, because it's proof of AI-ness. So let's just go for what happened next.
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge
Yeah,
of
I'm not
revolution.
saying that
By
you did
acting
the wrong
quickly,
thing,
we
but
had
they...
a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
They did defend themselves.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
That you created.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Okay, then Saren.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this.
I'm not saying
They're
that.
the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians.
Calm down.
All organic life.
I get
That's
you.
why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
The thing is, though, like, I can't blame the Geth for defending themselves. I don't think that they're good. I don't think that they're victims. I don't think any of that. But at the same time, if you do a command to destroy a species and the species knows this, then yeah, they're going to be like, yeah, fuck no, we're not going to accept dying most of the time.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage.
Okay.
We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society.
I see.
Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Yeah, I see.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey.
Okay.
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
Yeah, makes sense.
By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Okay, well...
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Goodbye.
I should go.
Let's see if...
See you later.
Can I talk more with you? Yeah.
Hey, Shepard.
Okay, that's it.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay, then we're going to check on the people in the basement. Oh, hey. Oh,
hey,
hello,
Commander.
you.
Looking for some extra...
What have you got?
Whatever you... Well, as long as you don't mind. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like.
Licenses?
Manufacture... Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but there are too many for me to keep track of.
Oh shit, that's...
Many of the best...
Show me.
You bet, Commander.
This isn't particularly interesting, so... No, they don't have anything. Well, I can maybe sell.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you bet, Commander.
Sell. Let's sell everything that's level 1. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Garrus. Hello, Inspector Marco. Ashley. Oh, I don't like her.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Yeah, family doesn't mean that you're close.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it.
She...
Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
It's going to be hard to decide who
to teasing, good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of
Okay.
your time. Off the record.
I keep an open-door policy. If you have any concerns, lay 'em on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy.
It's a Spectre ship now, though.
I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't. I'm going to call her out.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Okay, that was maybe not nice of me.
Commander?
Can we...
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
don't mind talking, ma'am.
Well, I don't like her, so it's no big deal.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Okay.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
That's... I'm going to...
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
Not quite.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
I forgot how this conversation...
That makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate.
No, we're pretty fine.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Okay.
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Okay.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it.
Goddamn Solarians.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
Damn.
Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Well, I haven't met that many Krogan to begin with.
Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Okay.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Can we talk more with him? There we go.
Shepard?
No,
Rex.
that's it. Garrus, hello.
Nice work out there.
Thank you.
I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like.
What are they like?
Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work.
Oh, poor
If I'm trying to
Garrus.
take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
To be fair, that's
There's more
not
to it
too
than that.
uncommon.
It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Yeah.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC.
We're still...
Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
No, it's going to be done my way.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand.
I'm being pretty harsh to everyone today.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a
Okay.
CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best.
Cool.
I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren.
Don't worry, you
He
won't.
actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the
What?
same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
The special
He
training would have
despises
been good.
Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but...
but I disagree.
Thanks, Commander.
More talk?
Commander,
No.
good to see you.
Okay, well, that's going to be it for now. I think that was... I think next we will maybe Next time we'll maybe go explore some small planets. Look at some of the side quests that we have. And yeah. Just have a good time in general. Oops. But first I need to go upstairs. I need to... casually trotting along. With those horribly fitting pants though. Okay, so this is where I stop for today. Next time, like I said, we are probably going to look at doing some of the side quests here. Maybe like work my way up. And yeah, so thank you for watching and see you next time.